Guys, this is Dave with Dave's Thoughts. I'm gonna share with you a video today about Dissenter from Gab, and just to lightly touch on some of the main topics in news right now that maybe isn't necessarily being portrayed in an honest way. My whole goal is to find my niche in the YouTube community to see where I fit, because there are a lot of really talented, really honest people that are presenting ideas, news, video games, pop culture in a very honest and profound way. And I'm still trying to find my spot. So I'm not gonna try to push anyone out. My goal is to find my own place. And so that's just my little spiel there. And I'm working on not saying so many uhs. That's my goal. Okay, so we are on Dissenter.com. There's a couple of features here: discover, random, news. There's also search, paste your URLs. I also have I also installed the Dissenter extension, and so in order to go to any news article and begin to dissent and talk about it, we need diversity of thought, not diversity of these surface level characteristics. We value honesty, we value truth, we value someone's character. Anyway, so that's big news right here. I just want to highlight this real quick. Tommy Robinson, he is, and there's some naughty words here, and I'll do my best to leave those on there. I saw the Sargon of Akkad video about Tommy Robinson and the Facebook memory hole. It's disturbing. I never wanted any of these censorship, conspiracy theory type deals to be true. But there's so much, it's overwhelming amounts of evidence of this in the UK, in the United States, in the Western world, that there's an active agenda. Who's the perpetrator? Who's to put the finger on to blame? I think it's multiple individuals, but it's sad. But when you begin to accept the fact that it's no longer a conspiracy, it's just the nature of reality, and someone is attempting to pull the wool over your eyes, that's easier to deal with, I feel. Like I tell my friends all the time, I voted Democrat since I was 18 because, in the leftist lens, I am a person of color, and I have a certain obligation, or I owe it to the Democratic Party to stay loyal to that in some sense. The Democratic Party, in my mind, was always the party of compassion, empathy. Until I started really questioning until those ideas were really questioned. When I encountered Jordan Peterson, like, well, is compassion really the superordinating moral principle, the supreme one? No, because people tend, in this guise of compassion, tend to be corrupt individuals, and oftentimes they manipulate your naivety, right? Your divine spark to do good. They manipulate that in order to pursue their own agenda, in order to pursue their own careers, just to establish themselves politically. Unfortunately, that's just the nature of our reality. All right, back again. Sorry, I went on too long, and there's a 10-minute limit on my Screencastify thing, so I'm not able to fully say all the things I want to say. So that tells me, though, I need to be even more concise. Sorry about that. I get on these long preaching things, and I need to really stop doing that because I waste so much time talking about it. Anyway, moving on. So Tommy Robinson, if you haven't seen all the stuff on it, Sargon of Akkad did a great job just showing just the crazy amount of suppression, crazy amount of censorship of this individual. Very sad. Whether or not you agree with him, I believe still strongly that censorship is never good. Anyway, here we go. Just like that. We can do some more. Google manager said company must stop fake news because that's how Trump won. Okay. AOC gets it. She sees that fear is dividing us. We can address income inequality. We can address climate change. We get together and get to work. Ooh, that is not a very popular claim. I'm not going to join the bandwagon. I'll let that be. But let's read some of this from TJ. When you think about it and look at this picture, everything comes full circle. There you have this delusional socialist woman, AOC, coming up with ridiculous ideas like the Green New Deal, taking us up with a television sellout who is not a scientist and claim that gender exists on the spectrum. Bill Nye probably indoctrinated AOC when she was a little child through TV. Let's see what the comments say on this one. That's a hot take. I like Bill Nye back in the day, man. Crap. They look like they're dating. I doubt the classic Bill Nye TV series did such a thing. The new Bill Nye series would though. Yeah. To be fair, Bill Nye presented well on TV and had a lot of help making edutainment really palatable. He even played him to us in school. The only difference is most of us recognize when Nye turned out to be a kook and a freak with the sex junk music video. Weird. Okay. Hot takes here. A lot of bad words in this one. It happens though. British government put comment on. Oh, there it is again. Yeah. Big thing that everyone's talking about. Sticks, X, and Hammer. No, yeah, looks like she's not gonna. Let's look at these comments here. She looks like she's not gonna take a medal in the Impression Olympics this year. Better luck next time. Who wins in the Impression Olympics? In the UK, it was the Muslim parents apparently. That isn't a knock. That isn't anything saying negative at all. So. Tucker Carlson responded correctly to Media Matters. Sticks is good. Follow Sticks. He does an amazing job. As a member of the LGBT community, I can't... Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. Interesting take. I can't help but wonder why people like this had think that her being a member of the LGBT community needs to be brought up at all. Is she referring that her vote should count for more than that of a straight counterpart? Of course, there was a people's vote. Why should that even remain an option? Why not no deal Brexit versus Theresa May's deal? And as a member of the LGBT community myself, let me say that any member of the LGBT community who supports open borders should be rounded up and airdropped into the nations which are providing a mass influx of migrants, for research. Airdrop these dummies into Syria, Pakistan, or Afghanistan, the rainbow flags tattooed to their forehead, and see how these cultures treat LGBT people. Give it a year. I'd be surprised if those who are left would start a conversation with the phrase, as a member of the LGBT community ever again. Very, very, interesting take. Not even really that interesting. It's just common things. You see it all the time with the soy boys, the leftist, liberal types, not even hippy dippy types, but just like so far gone, deep far left ideologues where they take a trip. There's also multiple news stories about this. Let's pull it up quickly. All right, now let's search it on good old Dissenter here about role couple Middle East. Let's see what that pulls up. Oh, yeah, all this nonsense too. Let's be clear, the only person blamed for this, Shamima Begum. She deserved the UK and her family to give support and support to a murderous death cult that has butchered, executed, tortured, enslaved, and brutalized unnumbered thousands across the Middle East. She made her choice and made her bed. She's responsible for creating the hell that she now finds herself in. She's responsible for creating the conditions that led to the death of her baby. Jihadis, she can stay there and rot as far as I'm concerned. Ooh, hot take. But censorship, they won't let me. Okay, there we go. Users of far-right social network Gab can now comment on the entire internet. Vice is a terrible fake news outlet which constantly promotes radical, violent left-wingers. This kind of slander and liberal bias is literally the reason why platforms like Gab and Minds are emerging. Good. I agree with that. No way Gab has 800,000 users, Webhost says. Gab, the floundering social media network that serves as an organizing hub for white supremacists. I'm not white, and I use Gab. This is interesting. Is my inclusion into this community at all, or not? I don't want to call it a community. It's just a social media platform. My inclusion into this, what does that make me? Am I the token? I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think that's, to put it politely, this is fake news, obviously. 800,000 users? Sure, I believe it. I mean, there's so many different articles on this. If you haven't checked out Dissenter, you should. This is my open advertisement for Dissenter. Please use it. Yeah, I'm going to downvote that because that's bullshit. Dissenter is blowing the liberal minds. It's only been live for a day. Wait until all its features are working. It's already driving the SPLC insane. Love it. Love it. Now they can't censor their shit anymore since the entire internet now has a comment section. It scares them shitless. It's great. This is the reason for it. When you can't censor anyone, you cannot control the narrative. So people are waking up, starting to see things for the way they really truly are. You can't control the narrative. You can't censor anyone. So this is Twitter talks a big game about giving the power back to the people, but this is all. You don't need to use all these different tools and metrics. Really, it's very simple in my mind. I think it's very simple for a lot of people. Just let us speak. Let us say the things we need to say. Sometimes we'll make profound statements and some clarity, and other times we'll put our foot in our mouths and we'll make mistakes, and rightly so. We'll get called out we will get called out for those mistakes that we say. That's fine though. It just takes a certain resolve to accept the criticism, say, well, I fucked up, I messed up, my bad, guys. Or you can't really apologize for this SJW identitarian left crowd, because they'll eat you alive. It's more like, you know what, I know what I said was a mistake, but I stand by my statements in this certain lens or framework in the correct way that you would say it. So you can't even say you have to apologize now, but everyone needs that moment of self-reflection. I will say that everyone needs self-reflection. That's awesome. I won't stop donating to this. That's sad. I won't stop donating to the SPLC, but that's sad. Come on, man. The only way Gab will fail is if only one political camp inhabits it, so we get lost with red versus blue delusion peoples. Yeah, I agree. I think that there's already too much division. We all come together. I think what's uniting a lot of people is the rational, centrist, center-left types are kind of... There's a bunch of people that feel... Really, I'm starting to understand this. A lot of people feel politically homeless, and that's why they're kind of coming together in this way, where they're actively seeking different forms of media. So, you guys use Gab, use Dissenter, promote free speech. Thank you for staying with another section of Dave's Thoughts. This will probably be titled Dissenter in Gab or something like that. Okay? Make sure to like and subscribe and share. Spread the message. Make your own YouTube channel. Do your own thing. All right. Thank you guys. Take care.